not adjust your dial. The communist invasion has begun. Remember your training. You are an American. The Second Amendment is your right. Godspeed, patriots.
What's up, baby? This is the Kevin Downey Jr. Show. I'm Kevin Downey Jr. Conveniently, that works out. Thank you. Thank you very much. Great to be here at 103.9 FM. LINewsradio.com if you're listening on your device. And don't forget, folks, if you want to find us on Twitter, we have a Twitter profile thingy now at KDJ Radio Show. Yeah, that's the Twitter sound. That's Twitter sound. If you want to call in the line to opine, 631-451-1039. If you want to... Yeah! I love sound effects. Thank you. That's Master Blaster Mike Scudero. What is it? PD, right?
Yeah, I'm the program director. Yep, PD.
Oh, yes. You know what? It took me a while to figure that out. I went to the Talkers Convention, and they were talking about PDs. And I was like, what could that be? And I was like, and I got program, and then I just hit director. I hate to brag. I got it on my own. I didn't have to look it up.
You're brilliant, so it's not a surprise.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I hate to brag, but I'm going to brag. I figured out what PD means. Folks, we've got so much to talk about. What a great week. If you're not a communist, if you're a communist, you hated last week. Major decisions from the Supreme Court. Roe v. Wade kicked to the states where it belongs. Don't get me wrong, I'm pro-choice to a point. Early. We're talking about that before the show. Early. Not when the kid's going into his third grade. That's too late, ladies. I'm sorry, I can't get behind that. But now the states will decide. The purple-haired freak show goblins have been going crazy. We'll talk about some of that nonsense later on. And here's one. This was big news for one day, and all the libs were screaming. And then we got the Roe v. Wade one. Now, if you are a New Yorker, you used to have to apply for a concealed carry permit, which you still do, but you had to say why you wanted it. And my answer was always going to be, because I'm an American, you idiot. But that would never work, because the commies are up in Albany. They're running stuff. They hate guns. But the Supreme Court said you no longer have to explain why you want a concealed carry permit.
Blam!
Yeah, baby. There's plenty of reasons. Look at the crime wave the Democrats caused. And, we're going to start a crime wave, and we're going to make things really dangerous. But you don't get to carry a gun. Okay, that's fair. But the Supreme Court said, yes, you do get to carry a gun, and you don't have to explain why you want to carry a gun, as it should be. Now, here's a question. Can people from out of state with a concealed carry permit carry their gun in New York State? No, they cannot. Don't do that. I've got some rules here. I've got some laws. Here's the best part. Kathy Hochul freaking the F out. Oh, it's going to be dangerous. It's going to be blah, blah, blah. Kathy, babe, it's already dangerous. Now the good guys can fight back. I know you hate that some criminals are going to get perforated, ventilated, but that's the way it is. Eric Adams screaming, oh, it's going to be the Wild West. It is. And you know what? If you have a New York concealed carry permit or you're about to get one, do not take your gun into New York City, because that's a whole different can of beans. I almost said worms. I went with beans. Whole different can of beans there. You don't get to carry your pistol. If you're from Nassau, Suffolk, wherever you're listening in New York State, you do not get to bring your gun there. Settle down, Eric. It's not going to be the Wild West. It already is. And the truth is, anyone with half a sense of I don't know, safety is probably not going to this city anyway. And they're not bringing their guns. Worst case scenario, the crime goes away. That's why they don't want you to have a gun, folks, because the crime goes away, and then they got to start back from zero. They made this crime happen. Cuomo, de Blasio made it happen. Oh, they're in the news today. One of their people said they could have done more for COVID, but the two just couldn't get along. Okay, so all our grandparents are dead because Cuomo has a stick up his butt, and Comrade de Blasio had to stick up his keister, and they didn't like each other. And that's how it happened? Nah, someone's got to pay.
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Mike. Exactly. Oh, good afternoon, my fellow right-wing radicals. my brotherly wackadoos, my insurrectionist, seditious, ultra-MAGA heathens, Neanderthals. This is the Kevin Downey Jr. Show. 631-451-1039 to Opine. I also write for pjmedia.com. Go check it out. Go to pjmedia.com, click on columnist, click on Kevin Downey Jr., read everything I write, because the more you read, the more I eat. Yeah! pjmedia.com, go there now. Folks, we have, I'm sure you heard Joe Biden was saying, I never talked about my son's overseas business thingies. Well, wouldn't that be funny if Hunter Biden, the brutal narcissist that he is, saved everything? And I don't just mean the drug porn he shot with Russian hookers. He saved everything, including voicemails from his dad.
Holy crap.
Yeah, we've got one. It's out today. We're going to play it later. Master Blaster Mike is going to play that for us, and we're going to listen to him talk to. He's going to leave a message to his son, Hunter, about their business dealings. And don't forget, it's primary day. Go vote. Now's your chance to take the state back from the Pinkos, baby. We can do it. I've been all over the state. I've been talking with comedy audiences everywhere. Everyone wants Hochul out, except for the Bolsheviks. They want her. But there are more of us than them, folks. Trust me when I tell you this. I know middle-of-the-road Democrats who are swinging against Hochul. They hated Cuomo. They hate Hochul. Now is the chance. The question is, who is it going to be? Is it going to be Andrew Giuliani or Long Island's own Lee Zeldin? Who do you want it to be? Give me a call. Let me know who you'd like to see win. 631-451-1039. Also, I want to know a good dive bar in Long Island. I need a good dive bar. I've been looking for one. I found a couple, but if you know a good dive bar, let me know. I'm a fan of the gin martini and the bourbon, and I want to find a dive bar. And oh, Mike, I gotta ask you, you're a baseball fan. I was watching the Angels and the Mariners play. A hockey game broke out. Did you see that?
It was a brawl that baseball has not seen in quite some years.
Thank you. I was watching going, this is massive. This is like a hockey. This is like old school hockey. And some of these guys, they got kicked out for a while.
I think there were a total of 12 suspensions.
That's amazing. Has that ever happened in, like, your lifetime?
In my lifetime, no. The one brawl that I could think of that this was somewhat similar to as a Yankee fan, the Yankees and the Orioles in the late 90s got into a huge brawl at Yankee Stadium. Oh. It was between Benitez and Tino Martinez, I believe, and then the dugouts cleared, and it was massive. This brawl, in a lot of ways, was similar to that one, and that one was considered one of the most epic brawls of all time.
I watched it a couple times, man, because normally the baseball players, they just run and they maybe push each other. Not this time. Duke's a flying.
No, and like after it calmed down, then it like started up again. Like it was great.
And you know what else is hilarious to me? I think it was Philly. I think it was some game in Philly. I'll show it to you when we're on break. They have an organ player, like an old school organ player in the stadium, and there was a bad call at third base. And so the organ player starts playing Three Blind Mice to the umpires. Three Blind. Did you hear about that?
I did not hear about that, but that is actually epic considering that umpires are the single most incompetent people on the face of the earth.
Yeah, I mean, that's a rough gig, but if you can't handle it, don't take the gig.
No, and the problem is we can accept mistakes here and there. We're all human beings at the end of the day, but they screw up and so blatantly, so often, and then they have the power that they do to just kick anybody out that they want. It's just ridiculous.
You know what it is? It's authoritarian communism in baseball. We make the rules. If you don't like it, go.
Yeah, you could honestly say that, yeah.
To the gulag, baby. Oh, what a great week for Supreme Court and baseball. Folks, we got a lot of stuff coming up. We're going to talk about how raccoons learn from their mistakes, but Democrats do not. We're going to talk about how illegals cannot vote in New York City. Isn't that the way it should be? I think so. We're going to talk about, we got two callers. Florida Man Patriot R.C. Smith is going to call in as per usual. On the other side of this break, we've got a wonderful conservative comedian. There's not a lot of us, but the ones that are hilarious. Michael Loftus is calling in. We're going to talk about all things good and bad in the world. It's mostly good lately. You've probably seen him on Gutfeld. He's on there a lot. I ran into him at CPAC. Funny guy. I love him. He's great. We're going to talk about a teen camp here on Long Island for girls with a carbon monoxide situation. How does that happen? And, of course, America's most favorite wingman, Ghislaine Maxwell, going away for 20 years. Will she commit suicide like Jeff did? Winky, winky. Place your bets. Give us a call. Let us know what you think. Is she going to kill herself? No, she's not, but she may die. You are listening to the Kevin Downey Jr. Show, 103.9 FM. Number 2 Pine, 631-451-1039. We'll be back in a few seconds. Don't forget, check us out on our new Twitter handle thingy, KDJ Radio Show.com. We've got our usual segments, Good Guy with a Gun, Liberals Are Stupid and I Can Prove It, and Long Islanders of the Week. We got 2, folks. It's the Kevin Downey Jr. Show. We will be back in moments. Yeah, baby, we are back. It's the Kevin Downey Jr. Show. I'm Kevin Downey Jr. You're listening to 103.9 FM. LINewsRadio.com if you're on your gadgetry.
Remember your training.
Folks, we have something very interesting. As you know, Joe Biden's son, Hunter, let me just say, I never saw Donald Trump Jr. naked. I never saw his business. I have seen Hunter Biden naked so many times now that it's just appalling. It's disgusting. I've seen him making what do you call it, like drug porn with hookers. But despite all that, Joe Biden always said, I have no idea what my son's business dealings are overseas. I never talk to him. Well, we have an audio tape going around. I want you to hear it. This is Joe Biden leaving a message for his son Hunter, who creepily saved it, talking about a business dealing in China, as is alleged. Let's go. Thank you. Take it away, Mike.
Hey, pal, it's Dad. It's 8:15 on Wednesday night. If you get a chance, give me a call. Nothing urgent. Just want to talk to you. I thought the article, at least the thing online, that's going to be printed tomorrow in the Times, was good. I think it's clear. And anyway, if you get a chance, give me a call. I love you.
What? I think you're clear. What does that mean, Mike? We got an article coming out, Hunter. I think you're clear. It sounds like they're up to some monkey business, and they think their article is going to help them get out of it.
It's kind of weird.
A little weird. So they are alleging this has something to do with a business dealing in China, and I think that's going to come out soon. But before we get into that, folks, as I've teased, we've got him on the phone now, one of the few conservative comedians in the nation. He's hilarious. Please welcome to the Kevin Downey Jr. Show, Michael Loftus. What's up, baby?
Hey, what's going on, fellas? I tell you, I hear that tape. I hear that's Joe Biden. Hey, pal, he pretty much could have said, "Hey, it's the big guy."
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Now, go ahead.
We're living in another universe. We're living in another universe. We know that Hillary Clinton paid for the Steele dossier.
Yes.
We know that. She paid a fine. She paid a fine because she finally admitted it. So we know that was all a lie. You've got Hunter Biden. We have text messages. We have emails. We have Tony Bobulinski. We have eyewitnesses. Now you've got Joe Biden, his own voice. And it's like not even a story in the mainstream.
You know.
The craziest world we live in.
You know what? Okay, so you've probably noticed this, but I'll tell anyone listening. The mainstream media is completely ignoring that they have this audio, but they're jumping on this lie that there were people January 6th with AR-15s walking around the crowd, and Trump was cool with that. Did you hear that one, Mike?
Oh, I heard that. Then the latest one that came out today. This is the one that was really. It's more from the great January 6th hearsay show. They had this chick in there testifying today that Trump was in the back of the Beast, and they're like, "We're taking you back to the White House." And she heard from a guy who told her that, like, Trump lunged for the steering wheel and then grabbed another dude by the clavicle. Okay, if you've ever seen a picture of the Beast, There's no lunging going on there. Is he Donald Trump or is he Jackie Chan? Is he Claude Van Damme? Is he doing the splits in there and reaching through the little window? It's hilarious. They'll talk about that crap till the cows come home. But you're like, wow, here's Joe Biden on tape talking to his son. Oh, get out of here with your crazy laptop theories. Leave Hunter alone.
Leave Hunter alone. We're on the line with Michael Loftus, brilliant comedian, hilarious, conservative. There's not a lot of us out there, are there? There's like probably maybe 10, and I can probably name 6.
Right? I don't, but I think I think there's actually hundreds, but they're just cowards who don't want to come forward and bravely say it. I know that would happen to me all the time. These guys would come up to me after the show. You get off stage at like the Melrose Improv, and these guys are like, "Are you doing a character, or are you really a Republican?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm really a Republican." They're like, "Oh crap, me too. I just don't have the balls to say it."
Yeah, you know what? That happens to me too. It's like they come out to us like a gay dude in the '60s. Kevin, don't tell anyone, but I have a big secret. I'll get fired. I'll get killed. So, Michael,
hilarious.
Rumor has it you and I are going to be doing a big show in Suffolk County in September. I'm just going to tease that a little bit. Have you're in on this gig? You're down for it?
I am down for this gig. I'm all about doing the stand up in Suffolk County. When they call me and all they have to do is say this, Suffolk County. I'm in.
I'm in. And who do you want to win today? Who do you want to win the primary?
You know, I just want somebody who's going to actually do what they say they're going to do. I want somebody who's going to beat Kathy Hochul. That's what I want to have happen.
That's all I want.
No favorites yet.
Absolutely. I would vote for Charles Manson if they said he could beat her. If they said, "Oh, we've got some, look at our numbers." Absolutely. We just got a Pinko Albany, man.
He would fit in. Actually, Manson would be a Democrat. He's got those eyes.
Exactly. All right. Now here's another question: Is Ghislaine Maxwell going to? Is she going to suicide herself? What's going to happen? Is she going to spill the beans? Going to get out of it? Because I noticed we heard and saw every moment of the Johnny Depp trial, but not a peep out of her trial. Not even a photograph. It was all those stupid drawings that they've been doing since the 50s.
Who wants to see that? When you can see Johnny Depp and talk about his on-set antics behind the Jack Sparrow.
Exactly.
Who cares about the child sex trafficking ring? Oh, yeah. Shucks and here's the other one that I'm desperately trying to follow up on. The Sergeant at Arms.
Yes.
It was the Sergeant at Arms that all these news outlets are going, "Oh yeah, he died last night. He died." But no one's saying how. No one, was he hit by a car? Did he have a heart attack? Was he assassinated? That one is really highly suspicious to me.
That one's weird to me, too. I'm glad you brought that up because I was like, how is no one talking about this? This is huge news, man. And he was just the guy, the sergeant at arms, who's suddenly dead. And they didn't, it's normally, because remember, like a bunch of guys, either they retired, they went away, whatever, but they didn't say how or why he died. And everything that used to be a conspiracy theory now, to me, is just like, no, that's going to happen. We just got to give it a couple of weeks.
Right? Like, they're even telling us about UFOs now. Like, buckle up. Every conspiracy is coming true.
Yeah.
At some point, Hillary's going to pull off her skin, and she'll just be a snake lady from that show V.
Oh, yeah. I firmly believe that she's a lizard person. I like snake lady. We're going to go snake lady. Those are going to be my pronouns today, snake lady. We're on the phone with Michael Loftus. You can see Michael and I and a couple other special guests September 10th at the Long Island Community Hospital Amphitheater. It's at 1 Ski Run, I believe is the address, in Farmingville. Don't go to Farmingdale. I've made the mistake. So it's the Let's Go Brandon Comedy Tour. Michael Loftus and I and a couple of other people. That I'm going to hold on to that, but it's September 10th. Get your tickets now, folks, for the Let's Go Brandon Comedy Tour. Michael, I want to thank you for calling in, buddy. You're the best. I can't wait to work with you again. And let's not wait let's get a drink somewhere before then, eh?
Absolutely. And everybody needs to go to thatshowtonight.com for for the right-wing answer to Saturday Night Live. Boom. And we're filming an episode of that this Friday, July 1st, at the America First Warehouse.
Nice.
Limited, but oh, dude, You got to watch these clips. You got to see what we've been doing. We're bubbling up. We're about to explode.
All right, I'm going to check it out. You work with, is it Stacy Lennox from PJ Media? Someone I write with.
Yes. I know Stacy very well. Good girl.
Yeah, she's great. You can check her out on pjmedia.com. This is Michael Loftus. We're going to be at the Long Island Community Hospital Amphitheater September 10th in the Let's Go Brandon Comedy Tour. Mike, thanks for calling in, buddy. I'll talk to you soon.
I can't wait, my friend. It's going to be a good one.
All right, thanks, buddy.
All right, bud. Bye.
That's Michael Loftus, folks. Yeah, he's great. Go see him. You can see him. You can see me. A couple of other people who are, we're just tightening down a couple names. September 10th at the Long Island Community Hospital Amphitheater. That's at One Ski Run, Farmingville, not Dale. Farmingville. Folks, this is the Kevin Downey Jr. Show, 103.9 FM, linewsradio.com. We got some spicy stuff to get into. Don't go away. We'll be right back with Florida Man Patriot R.C. Smith.
We're controlling traffic lights. We control computer lights. We control the chief of staff.
What's up, baby? We are back. Kevin Downey Jr. Show. Holy propaganda, Batman. CNN, in one of the most disturbing brainwashing of children events I've ever seen, ran this little segment where Elmo gets the vaccine. It's repulsive. And I've just read 3 hours after the vaccine, he collapsed on a soccer field. Folks, we've got to call from Florida. He's here every week. He's my friend, comedian, on our side. Florida Patriot Man, R.C. Smith. What's up, baby?
Poor Elmo. Oh, it's heartbreaking that Elmo.
Did you see the thing?
I saw it. Oh, my God. Next Elmo will be transgender.
Yeah. He went from tickle me Elmo to stick me Elmo. Straight to the vaccine. That's it. Thank you, Mike. Transgender, yeah. Don't ask what I am, Elmo. That's rude. I'm pronoun Elmo.
Elmo identifies as woman.
Have you heard the Joe Biden thing I played earlier? The message he left for Hunter?
I've heard about it, but I haven't heard the whole thing yet.
Oh, it's delicious. Mike, can you give us a blast? It's short. Check this out, RC.
Okay.
Hey, pal, it's Dad. It's 8:15 on Wednesday night. If you get a chance, give me a call. Nothing urgent. Just want to talk to you. I thought the article, at least the thing online, that's going to be printed tomorrow in the Times, was good. I think it's clear. And anyway, if you get a chance, give me a call. I love you.
Holy crap! You're in the clear. RC, what does that mean when your dad, whom you're allegedly in business with, says there's an article coming out, it looks good, you're all clear?
Yeah, but here's the deal. Biden has said that he never, ever spoke to Hunter about his business.
Yeah, that's where it gets juicy, baby.
So obviously he's lying about, unless he's talking about Hunter, having sex with his brother's wife. Maybe he's talking about that.
And did you hear Joe Biden allegedly, he says unwittingly, but no one knows, gave Hunter $30,000 to pay off some Russian hookers? My dad wouldn't buy me a BB gun.
No, my dad would be on graduation.
That's amazing to me.
But back then, it was only $10,000. That was in the early '80s. So $10,000 for hookers was a lot more than it is now.
In my day, Sonny, $10,000 for hookers and blow went a lot farther than it does today. You kids don't know what it's like.
Although I would say that if I'm going to pick out hookers, it would be Russian ones, definitely. So Russian hookers have a soft spot in my heart.
You, my friend, have never been to Haiti.
To where?
Haiti. AIDS a poppin'. Remember when Haiti was like the AIDS capital of the world? And they're like, don't go to Haiti. If you do, we strongly suggest you not, how to put this, engage in funky business with the local prostitutes there. The skifuzas, if you will. For you Soprano fans, the skifuzas.
Because they thought only Haitians got AIDS.
Yeah, so, exactly.
and that was the old joke, was what's the hardest thing about telling your parents that you have AIDS? trying to convince them that you're Haitian.
Oh, nice. I never heard that. That's great.
Yeah, that was like the old joke back then. They found out that it might have been a gay thing, So first it went from Haiti to gay to everybody.
Thanks for that. By the way, it's like the last week of Pride. Do you have your monkeypox yet? A couple days left, man.
No, you know what? I'm waiting for the very last night. I'm going to go out with a bang.
You know what? I'm going for the Delta version of monkeypox. I'm going to get that one in the last couple of days. Really live it up. The Omicron monkeypox, not so much fun. Delta, you can skate right through it.
I want to be known as Delta Monkey from now on. That's my call sign is Delta Monkey.
Folks, we're on line with Florida Man Patriot RC Delta Monkey Smith. Is it Delta Monkey?
It just rolls right off the tongue.
Rolls right off. RC Delta Monkey Smith from Florida. So, is Ron DeSantis running or what? Because everyone's split. Half the people want Trump, half want DeSantis. I want them both. I would love to see both because you're looking at 12 years of, chasing commies.
I think he is because he comments now whenever anything happens on a national level. Within minutes, he's sending out a tweet or doing a press conference or something. So he's really trying to raise his profile to a more national level.
Ah, good move. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. So he's doing that, and I think he's going to do it. I mean, I'm a little jealous because I don't want him to.
Right.
I want him to stay here in Florida, but I'm willing to give up our governor for the sake of saving America.
Saving America for the next couple of generations. All right, you're a history guy. What's the longest democracy in the history of mankind? Would it have been, is it us now? Was it Rome? Eventually this comes to a crashing end, right?
Yeah, because Rome actually collapsed before. How old is the United States now? How many years?
250-ish.
Yeah, and I think we're the longest one. I don't think Rome lasted 250 years. I think it only lasted about 200 years.
So we're in the old folks' home of democracies.
We are. And if anybody is like Julius Caesar, it's Biden because, he's fiddling while Rome burns.
Yeah, he's passing out matches before he started fiddling, too.
Have you seen him at the G7? He's wandering around and all the other leaders are ignoring him completely. It's the best. And he kind of stands there.
If you think seeing him in the G7's bad, you should see him in a G-string. What?
So every time they say G7, he yells bingo.
Yes! Folks, we're on the line with Florida Man Patriot, RC Delta Monkey Smith. Straighten it all out. Any gigs coming up?
This weekend, I'm at Off the Hook in Naples, Florida, Thursday through Sunday.
All right, Off the Hook, Thursday through Sunday. RC Smith, RC Monkey Delta Smith, Florida Man Patriot.
You know why I like Florida? Because gambling is still legal, but abortion isn't.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, see? That's why I like Florida.
There was a time when having sex with a broad was gambling, but there was abortion then, so it didn't matter, see?
Is that your Edward G. Robinson impression?
I guess so. Is that the guy's name? Yeah, I think it is.
Awesome.
Thank you. I've been working on that for, like a minute.
Yeah, very good. You nailed it. I knew exactly who it was.
All right, now, this is serious. This is not a joking matter. Does Ghislaine Maxwell kill herself in prison? What happens? It's totally a laughing matter.
I think they find her dead in the van when they pull up to the place.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't think she even makes it in the door.
Turn the cameras off. Here she comes.
By the way, were the trials televised at all? I don't recall any information on the trials at all. I don't remember seeing any news stories about it. I knew that she was going on trial, then all of a sudden she's been found guilty and gets 20 years. But I don't remember seeing anything on TV about it. Did you?
Okay, we talked about this in the last segment. Every moment of the Johnny Depp trial was on TV. Everyone wanted to see the pirate and Amber Heard pooping on the side of the bed. Everyone was into that. But not one moment of this trial was aired. Nothing. No cameras. They had to. You remember those, like, in the 60s and 70s, they would do those charcoal drawings of people in court because they didn't want cameras in for some reason? We got a couple of those. But it's all been sealed and locked. No one is ever going to open this again. No one's ever going to know who she was pimping chicks to. I promise you, one of them was Bill Clinton. I promise you, because some reporter said, I had it all. I had them all. I had all of them. And this girl was going to talk, and NBC shot me down, and blah, blah, blah. But no, to answer your question, absolutely not. But without a doubt, I would bet my hydro seal that Bill Clinton was there.
Absolutely. If it's in alphabetical order, it's Andrew and Bill. If they have it in alphabetical order.
You know, we should go through the alphabet of who Ghislaine Maxwell was dishing out the young broads to, the young girls, the wayward girls.
Exactly. And then I bet we would have A through Z at least.
We're on the phone with Florida man, Patriot RC Delta Monkey Smith. And where are you going to be in Naples again this week?
At a club called Off the Hook.
Off the Hook. I know that one. Let us know how it goes. Thanks for calling in, buddy. RC Smith.
Brother, I'll talk to you guys next week. Keep the fight going, man.
You keep the fight going in Florida. We'll do this again next week. Thanks, buddy. Talk to you soon.
Yep.
Florida man, Patriot RC Smith, Off the Hook Comedy Club in Naples, Florida, this Thursday through Sunday. If you're in Florida, get down there. Comedy clubs are a hoot. Speaking of live comedy shows, September 10th, the Let's Go Brandon Comedy Show at the Long Island Community Hospital Amphitheater, One Ski Run Farmingville, not Dale. One Ski Run Farmingville. You want to go see the Let's Go Brandon Comedy Tour, September 10th. Michael Loftus, you heard of him because I just had him on. I'll be there. He'll be there. A couple other names coming up. We got to iron out some details, folks. You are listening to the Kevin Downey Jr. Show. 631-451-1039 to opine, and find us on Twitter at KDJ Radio Show. Give us a call. Let us know what you think about anything, or just call to insult us. We'll be right back after this.
We control the TV sky, we control the FBI, we control the flow of heat.
Folks, it is the final segment of the Kevin Downey Jr. Show here at 103.9 FM, Suffolk County, the better of the two on the island, I say. It's primary day. Go vote. Voting, I believe, still means something. If you don't count presidential elections, go vote. We've got Andrew Giuliani. We've got our own Lee Zeldin. You know what? I like Lee Zeldin. I'm sort of leaning for Lee Zeldin on this one. Someone's got to take Kathy Pinko Hochul out of Albany, send her to the locker room, have her do something with those eyebrows. We don't need her anymore. Folks, you know we've got a segment called Liberals Are Stupid, and I Can Prove It. Well, we've got two this week. Mike, you want to hit us with a Liberals Are Stupid and I Can Prove It, number one, please?
Yeah, this one's Drew Hernandez, it says.
Okay, thank you.
I will not be stopped.
This is a lib guy who's lost his voice screaming at a pro-choice rally.
Powerful force in this earth.
Look at this guy. And he's just trying to impress those chicks.
He sounds like he's cutting a WWE promo.
Yes.
Rise up. You stand.
I'm Satan. Kill your babies. I'm Satan.
You are standing on the edge.
What an idiot. On the edge of a precipice. He's trying to be deep now.
Today, to step back from that edge.
Yeah. I love the way he holds two microphones. I've seen girls do that on Pornhub.
The only thing he's missing is at the end going, brother.
Yeah. You're right. He does sound like a wrestler. Whoa, we're going to kill you, Goldust.
It literally does.
Man, liberals are stupid. And we are proving it, folks. Today's a doubleheader. Doubleheader of liberals are stupid, and I can prove it. All right, Mike. Hit us with the second one, please.
All right, this one is only 8 seconds, so it's a quickie.
Yep.
Regulate ejaculations. Regulate ejaculations. Regulate ejaculation.
Can you believe that, crazy broad?
Wow.
I should have asked you if we could say certain words on air, but I assume that's a medical term.
Yeah, it's medical, yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Regulate? Oh, man. And you know what? Look at her. Would you ever let her near one of yours? I wouldn't.
She literally looks, she has the facial expression of a robot.
Yes, and look, I mean, she's like some salad-dodging love goblin or whatever she is. She's, these women who are like on sex strike, oh my God. Amazing to me. I'm on a sex strike. Wow, you've been on one. Look at you. Some of these women, like, I wouldn't go near them with your medical word for man part. Yeah, baby. Liberals are stupid. We prove it every weekend here on the Kevin Downey Jr. Show, 103.9 FM, linewsradio.com. If you're one of those people who listens on your newfangled device thingy, folks, the liberals are panicking about November. They think they're going to use the Supreme Court thingy to win back some votes, and they probably will win a few back. I'm pro-choice to a point. I wish they had left it as it was, but I understand legally that it was never a Supreme Court decision. It was always a state's decision. Unlike guns, which is a Supreme Court decision, because that is in the Constitution. So when your liberal sister-in-law and her man-bun boy toy friend start screaming, just tell them it's the law. It is what it is. We're allowed to have guns. New Yorkers can carry a gun now with a permit. Don't start carrying guns now because you heard on the radio. No, you need to get the permit. The only thing is you don't have to say why you need it anymore. Because now you can just pull a Ron Swanson and say, because I'm an American. And that's how you get it. You don't have to say why you need it. You don't have to remind them they started a brutal crime wave and you don't want to get shot. You just go get it. Killer week for the good guys. Killer week for the good guys from the Supreme Court. And don't forget, another judge voted illegal immigrants cannot vote in New York City elections. That's how far away we are from each other. Like, the right says, like, they're here illegally, kick them out. And the left says, they're here illegally, let them vote. No, you cannot vote if you're an illegal immigrant. Thank you, Your Honor. Now let's work on dead people. Let's get them to not vote anymore. That's the next step. Keep my grandparents off the voting rolls. They've been dead for decades. Good guy with a gun coming up. But first, I want to continue on this. Here's what they're going to do. They're going to push the Roe versus Wade thing, and they're going to win over a few votes. But liberals are stupid, and I can prove it. They're going to go with their old standby. Here's something they won't get rid of, Mike. They won't stop calling people racist. That is their big thing. You are a racist. You are a such and such phobe. You're this phobe, that phobe. What a phobe. They keep pushing this, and it doesn't mean anything anymore. There's a phrase for words that don't mean anything anymore. I wish I knew it. I'll look it up later. I wrote about it once. They're going to keep pushing it, folks, because it's all they have. And now, first of all, if you're listening to this, you're the enemy. If you're listening to this radio show, you're an ultra-MAGA insurrectionary, taking seditious selfies in the Capitol. I saw you. You're the bad guy. If you're even listening to this, you're the bad guy. Now, here's something we have to focus on because this just passed. Red flag laws, folks, you've heard about them. They sound good on paper. My neighbor was screaming he was going to kill someone, so I called the cops. Red flag law, they took his guns. That is not how it works. The left has they've taken over everything. They've militarized the FBI against us. They've turned everything against us. And if you think they're not going to turn red flag laws against us, I would like to sell you my invisible unicorn who does housework, because that is exactly what they're going to do, folks. Red flag laws are bad. I don't think they're going to survive the court proceedings. There's going to be court cases against them. I don't think they're going to make it, but they're going to push for them because the bad guys have taken a beating. Remember, folks, the way we look on guns is how they look on abortion. That is like the number one thing. And now, keep in mind, abortion is not illegal. It's just been kicked down to the states to decide. And yes, there are right now, I think I read 4 states where you cannot get an abortion. The rest of the states, so far you can. Michigan, they're changing their laws as we speak. They're changing their laws right now. And I'm from there. I'm from Michigan. And when I was moving to New York, my mom goes, Kevin, it's New York City, so dangerous. Why would you move there? I'm like, Mom, we live in Detroit. Are you kidding me? This is a step up. This is going to be great. Folks, don't let them pass red flag laws. And Don't let them lie to you that you can't get you can still get an abortion. Okay? Every state's different. Some state. This is New York. They'll let you have an abortion before the kid is done with high school. Okay? California, I can kill my grandkids. That's how open, if they're liberal, I don't know, liberal is the word, liberal the abortion laws are there. Every state's going to be different. Just tell the purple-haired freak shows to shut up, stop screaming, don't spit. I hate when people scream at me and spit. I mean, I've paid for that, don't get me wrong, but, I was a younger man then. But now, I love when they get so mad that it's like scream spit. Ever see that, Mike?
Yeah, they lose total control of their oral glands.
Oh, that's the best. Man, when you can make a liberal that mad that they split talk, you racist.
No, when you can make anybody that mad, it's horribly entertaining.
It is. You know what? My favorite is when they realize I'm making them mad just to see them spit. Now they feel stupid.
Yeah, and they wonder why we're dying laughing while they're going. And they're like, why are you laughing at me? Well, if you could see it from my side.
Dude, I need window shield wipers on my glasses. That's why. Whoa. Folks, good guy with a gun. Let's crank this out. We've got 1 minute left. People never learn. Florida woman, it's always Florida. Everyone has a gun there. Woman wakes up, Florida, late at night. Here's a sound. Clearwater, Florida, wakes up, finds a suspect, Justin Wright, in her bedroom. And she's like, I don't know this guy. Has a gun right next to her. Apparently, Justin Wright didn't see the gun. Maybe it was in a drawer. They don't specify. Pulled the gun out. And, guess what happened, Mike?
Blam!
Exactly. The woman saved herself, saved her life. Who knows what this guy was going to do? When someone breaks into your house and shows up in your bedroom, that's a bad day. She shot him. He's dead. She's alive. Uh-oh. Folks, this is the Kevin Downey Jr. Show. We'll be back next week on Friday, 6 o'clock. Thank you. Bye.
Fly your spaceship in a song.